Hello and welcome back to MindSpanse. My name's Craig, and I want to thank you for joining me again today. I want to talk about, this is my third video tonight because they're just so beautiful. And my last night in Miami, and I just caught this gorgeous weather, and it's not too windy. Last few nights was really windy, so it's impossible to film. And it's clear, so it's just get this beautiful skyline behind me. So, sharing it with you. And then back to the cold in New York City. But tonight I want to talk about celebrating victories. As you guys know, or will come to know if you watch my channel, subscribe to my channel, that I am about elevating daily life experience with very simple meditative practices, techniques. Smile a little more, a little less stress every day. A little more love, a little less fear, and just have a better day. Just live your day in a better way every day. Elevate. And so, one of the things, we beat ourselves up constantly, obviously, and I've talked about that a ton, but we really do, and it's so awful, and it comes in so many forms, and all that beating up actually creates neural pathways that actually emphasize, because your brain doesn't know. So if you spend all this time doing whatever you're doing, your brain just builds to optimize. So if you're beating yourself up all the time, your brain's going to optimize to beat yourself up. And it sounds stupid, but that's what happens. And so you're basically creating a framework to make your life miserable every day. So, and that's true. That's how it works. But you can change it, which is amazing, and it's called neuroplasticity. And I have a whole video on that. But I want to specifically talk about celebrating victories because it's a pathway to changing your neural connections to be more positive and to promote yourself as opposed to crush yourself, right? And to free yourself from all this crap. There's some crap out there. Most of it self-imposed. So first, let's take a really big stretch. I always do this in my videos. Because it's just, I like to stretch, and it feels good. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a second. Relax your jaw, your shoulders. Oh man, that's good. So celebrating victories. The question is, what are victories? I mean, I think the challenge that many of us have is that we don't even see them. We are so tuned to seeing the stuff we mess up or perceive that we mess up, the mistakes we make, or the bad thoughts we have, or the wrong thoughts we have, or the conversations that we made said some stupid thing or whatever, and we never say, wow, that was really cool what you did, or God, that was awesome, because we feel like it's like, we've been taught that it's like selfish or like hubristic, Sisyphus flying to the sun and burning, or one of those stories, that we shouldn't empower ourselves. We're taught that. At least I was, and everybody I know in my generation, and I still believe. I have a son who's 12, and they are not necessarily taught to elevate themselves. More so than us, but still not enough. And so the only way to change this sort of mindscape is to start to really focus on what is a victory. What, like, little itty bitty. You got to start very small. And I always talk about this. One is to observe first. So first, take a week or 2 or 3, because you've been doing this your whole life, and so it's not going to change overnight. So you take some time and just sort of observe yourself. Like, observe when you beat yourself up. Observe when you do something good. What is good? What is a victory? Even if it's a little victory. Could be taking a step after injuring your leg. It could be anything. I mean, it could be saying hello to someone that you're afraid to say hello to. It could be, in one of my earlier videos, it's eating off a plate that may not be clean, because you have an OCD about food or whatever. So it's finding these little victories, and it could be anything. This could be, choosing right this moment to have a glass of water instead of a Coke, or eating an apple instead of a candy bar, or any number of a billion things, or work, or anything. And the key is to just take note of it for a while, make notes, and then pick some things, little itty bitty things, and find an appropriate way to celebrate. An appropriate way meaning do something really good for yourself. It sounds stupid and silly because you've been taught that it's silly to promote yourself and to feel good about yourself, that you're better off feeling bad. It's starting to rain. Oh gosh. Feeling the wetness, but that'll be fun. It won't get wet on the camera, but I will get wet. And so you need to identify very specific things, and also make a list of little ways to celebrate, like whatever it may be. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna do some meditation. I'm gonna do some deep breathing. I'm gonna, watch my favorite TV show, or whatever you find that is worthy of a celebration. Have a drink or whatever. Not to promote that, but if that's how you want to celebrate, go celebrate that way. Who am I to judge? Nobody. So go do all those things. I mean, I definitely do. So, and the key is to take the time to do that, and to take the time. And then when you find yourself beating yourself up, try not to do that. So that's another part of it. So take the time to promote the good things you do, and then when you feel like you've done something wrong or bad or whatever, just say, you know what, I'm going to do better next time. I'm not going to beat myself up. And it takes a while. You're going to do it for a while, but if you keep doing that, you're going to change your brain. Your neural connections are going to change, and it's going to say, Craig is really interested in promoting his good behavior and not beating himself up for bad behavior. So let's structure his mind to do that better, so it's easier for him to do that. And that's what the brain does. That's how you learn to play piano. That's how you learn to tie your shoes. That's how you learn to eat. And everything that you learn, your brain is built a construct to help you so that you can do it better, and also accomplish more things at the same time and be more productive. So the one thing I always say in these videos is, like, the brain doesn't know what's good or bad. So if you spend a lot of time thinking about negative stuff, or the brain is going to wire for that, because it doesn't know that you don't like to think about how bad you are all the time. So it's just going to wire, because it thinks that's what you like. You're a masochist, so I'm going to make sure you're the best masochist ever. So it's actually starting to rain a lot now, the back of my legs. So in any event, step one, watch yourself, observe yourself, take note of the good stuff you do and the bad stuff you do, how you treat yourself in each situation. Come up with a series of things that you can do for, one, minimizing how you beat yourself up, and two, elevating and celebrating the good things that you do. And then do that for like a month and follow it very carefully. Just simple, very simple stuff. And then in a month, take note again, and I think you're going to find that things are very, very different, and you're going to feel really positive. And it's that little shot of light that's going to carry you to victory and really elevate. The point is elevate, 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 so that you have more smiles, less stress, more love, less hate, more fun. Subscribe, share with your friends. I'm going to get inside. And I wish you all an amazing, amazing evening.